Yesterday was the Cuban bread. I took a first stab at making my own version, and it didn't really go so well, which kind of sucked. So Brian and I decided what we wanted to take from certain recipes, and we wrote up a recipe. Part of what I'm supposed to do is do some reading up on the science of bread making. So basically I have like this whole chapter to read.
I worry about getting into a corner of frustration that takes a little bit too much work to get out of.
When I took it out of the oven, I was actually excited about it because I thought it looked right, but then the crust wasn't right. That probably means that we cut too much out of the recipe. Like we took out the sponge because it was an extra step that we didn't know if it was necessary. Since we didn't love any of them, for the pork pie recipe, I pulled a bunch of company recipes that we know that they're gonna yield pork that's like juicy and the method is right. So then it's a matter of like working in the flavor and seeing how that'll work with it.
I have faith in Cecelia. I know she wants to find the way. She believes in the finish line. I think the trick will be to keep everything moving in a positive direction as much as possible.
Unfortunately, we hit the weekend. I had to change gears to do TV stuff. Wednesday, I needed a day to take in everything that happened with bread last week and pork last week. I read those 90 pages, took 4 pages of notes, chatted with him about ideas of avenues we could take. So I was reading the bread Bible and she said your sponge should be like 151%.
Yeah.
So it's my sponge and then my dough. Okay. Okay, thank you. AJ's worked with, he was a biochemist and now he's, our bread guru, so just wanted to get a quick answer from him to proceed. It's supposed to be really cottony and light and airy on the inside. We're gonna try this right now. A was my working recipe at 375 and it went 27 minutes, internal temperature of 210.
Yeah, so we were having relatively hard time getting that crispy exterior crust that we really wanted and thought was just the iconic version of Cuban bread that we were after. So we talked to Andrew Janjigian, who's a test cook over on Cooks Illustrated, and he's basically the bread master. And he suggested covering the loaves for the first several minutes of baking, because as the loaves cook, they evaporate moisture, and with the cover on, that moisture gets trapped, condenses, and it falls back down on the loaves and gelatinizes the starch, and you're more likely to get that crispy exterior.
The Cuban Mojo sauce has a ton of garlic, oregano, cumin, and a lot of citrus juice. Traditionally, it's sour orange juice. I made 3 company recipes of Mojo sauces, and they're way better than what we had prior with the 5 recipe test.
One of the ones that we had in our archives from the past included pineapple juice that we found was a really nice addition because it balanced out some of the sharp acidity of the Mojo, of the other ingredients.
The acid was just too powerful, and I think it was drying out the meat, and these just taste more balanced because they have the fat in there to help round out the harshness of the acid. So what I'm gonna do is take these company recipes and marinate some boneless pork butts overnight, and then tomorrow I'll come in and roast them off, and then we'll try them. And hopefully the mojos will be exactly the flavors that we want or get us on the right track. Okay. 1, 3.
Kind of good. Salty, but good.
His bar is very high. His palate is sharp. There's no scenario in which Brian's going to make you do work that just for the sake of doing work. He's going to make you do work because he wants it right.
So what I did was, to get to that end result, I mixed a combination of orange juice, lime juice, and pineapple juice. The pineapple juice really helped in this case because those citrus juices can be so acidic that you needed something to kind of take the edge off. I feel a lot better about this. Yeah, it's a little scary. The Thai recipe test was a little scary. Hi, so the pork 1 and 3 have been resting for 30 minutes, so I was gonna see if you guys wanted to try them. I did this recipe so many times that I had enough data collected with the method that I landed on that I was really confident.
Yeah, you like it?
Yeah! That is the reaction that we want.
You're a neurosurgeon, basically.
As close as I'll ever be to a surgeon. That's for damn sure. I knew that he was excited about it, and it was great that he was there, and I was really happy that he liked it, because after so many wrong turns, and then you think you're on a right one, you want to make sure that people like it. Like, I know when a recipe's on a good track when you have people try it and everyone kind of you're like, oh whoa, we're onto something. This is taking a lot longer than I need it to. We're going on like 4.5 hours now, so I just thought I would be done earlier and then I could, finish cleaning up my logs. Like, my logs are a mess, but